Greetings, fellow space travelers, BionicDance here. So, last time I did one of these videos where I animated live, it was showing what it took to make 3 seconds of just 2 characters walking, and it was a 2-hour video. This time around, I'm going to show people what it takes to make characters lip sync. This is going to be a little odd. So, right now I'm on shot number 188, and they're in a bar, they're chatting with a fella. And Rhea here, this character, she has a few things she wants to say. Now, what I've already done is extracted the audio file from the editor. So I know exactly what it is I need to animate, exactly which words need to be, lip-synced. So right now, what I'm going to do, before I play the sound for you, because otherwise it's going to be a giant pain in the butt to do it, is I'm going to just set up what I need to do in order to properly animate this. For starters, this is a very large character-filled scene, if you look at that, right? Well, I zoomed out too fast. Like I said, this is a little slow. There's a lot of computing power going into this, but there's a lot of characters, a lot of stuff going on. And so the best thing to do is to simply isolate the character. So now you can do absolutely whatever you like without all that extra lag. You see, now I can like zoom in at speed. Also, though, if the character is going to be moving around much, it's probably better to turn off physique, which is what I use to make the character move around according to their skeletal structure, and just put them in a T pose, right? Now, that way, when I'm animating, I don't need a camera on the other character's face. I can just look in the perspective window and start actually animating, which I do with a morpher modifier. Now, first, let me just let you hear what she's going to say. So, here.
Okay, but why, though? And how does nobody know about this place? Okay, but why, though? And how does nobody know about this place?
So, yeah, that's what we will be animating. Now, the way we do it is, well, the way I do it, obviously, is that this character, a while back, I made copies of her and then modified her to have her mouth and her eyes and her eyebrows and all that stuff in the various positions we might need them for speech or making facial expressions. For example, here is ah, eh, or eh. Is that sound, you see. And then you've got E and O and ooh and bunches of others. And that's just those. We also have, like I say, blinking and browse up, browse down, all of this crazy stuff, you know. Browse up, oh my gosh, I'm surprised, all of that. And even some quizzical expressions can be had, you see. Yeah. So all of those were built out of targets, morph targets, and I deleted the targets after putting them in the morpher modifier, and we're going to be using those to start doing the speech. Now, we'll turn on auto key, because if I started manipulating those things and auto key wasn't on, none of this would be permanent. And so now I will have to listen to a little bit of the speech to decide which sound, which morph target I need to use. So... all right, so she's saying okay. Now, okay is usually built out of a couple of different sounds. So we're going to have to start. Let's just zero out every channel. TH isn't doing it. All right. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It's frame 0. It'll be fine. She starts a little bit on O already as the shot starts. So we'll just sort of give her that right there. Right, and then okay, so we'll make more of O here because it's clearly more. So now if you listen to okay, it's not just okay, there's actually an ooh in there a little bit. Okay, you see. So one thing I've found, rather than simply going from O to ooh, I should go a couple of frames further, get rid of O, and then 100% ooh, like that. Now, what will happen is that ooh will still be at 50% when O is at the 69% there where I set it before. And so you get that more natural flow to the lips, to the mouth right there. It makes it look less mechanical. It makes it look more biological, more real. So that's one of the many things you have to be aware of when you're animating lip sync, is that making your characters look too robotic will actually throw people out of what you're having them watch, what you're making, because they'll be all uncanny valley about it. So, anyway. All right, so clearly we're getting into sort of an A sound. But there will also be an E in there as well. Let's see. Open the mouth just a smidge there, and then we'll go back here and make sure it's completely closed for the ooh. And we also want to set a 0 key for E right there. That way E will start at the same place as at the and they'll complete when ooh is no longer a thing. All right, so now we want a bit more of the A. Let's see. There's the E. So let's get rid of the A. Add some E there. So now what do we have? Okay, so there's going to be a B in there for the but. Okay, but why does nobody know about this place? So, or whatever she said. I'm not sure I like that E. I think it might start too soon. Let's just zero that out here. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Where? Oh, it's starting. Did I not? Oh, I didn't do the 0 key in the right place for the E. Oops, my bad. All right. Okay, so the B breaks here. So we definitely want that at 100%. Now, we also want it at 0 here. Oops. So that she's not saying it or making the B sound, or the B shape rather, all the way through until frame 14. So let's see. And let's get rid of the E right here. All right, so. All right, so we want ourselves another E or in there. And make sure that that's zeroed out for the BMP that's there. Okay, now this is a thing where there's definitely a T in the word, but most people actually make more of a glottal stop, you know, or but rather than but, you see? And so I have to debate whether or not to put an actual LDTN target in there. And let's see how it sounds. Yeah, that's definitely a glottal stop. Okay, so Y actually starts with more of an ooh shape. Let's see. Okay.
Why, though? And
why does it keep doing that? It keeps playing or something. Okay, so I think the ooh should start about here. So we'll zero that out. And, let's see. Get rid of that. Alright, so... And there will definitely be an E sound in Y. Y, like that, you see, so... there's the E. So now, that one may not have made a lot of sense, what I just did, but a lot of the time when we speak, we'll just sort of open our mouths a little, whether we're taking a breath or a certain sound just requires it. Like usually at the end of a T, your jaw will open a little bit. And so it just makes things look a little more natural. Now, this one's tricky because the TH... I maybe should have used more than one morph target on it, but her tongue sort of goes through her teeth a little bit halfway through it. It's not anything you'll ever notice at 30 frames a second, but I probably should have done something about it. Okay, so the though breaks at 37. Actually doesn't look all that bad already. Let's see.
Hey, though, why?
Yeah, it looks pretty all right. I mean, you can sort of a little bit see how it's going through the geometry, but no one will ever see it.
Okay, but why, though?
All right. So, though, this one's going to be difficult. I'm just going to put a bunch of zero keys there, zero value keys right there, just so that some of the sounds I may or may not need will be available. It's just easier. Alright, now as much as this word has an O in it, it seems to start with more of an ah sound to my ear. Now it's more of an O. Now, I have to keep track of where the heck her jaw is. You can't really see it, but I'm putting my finger on the screen just so I know, like, where her chin was for when I make O. There we go. All right. And I know there's going to be an ooh in there. That doesn't look O enough, but when I add the ooh, it will change the shape of the mouth in ways it should. There's the ooh. So, there. And you see how it changed the shape of the mouth. May want to start that ooh later, though. Like, let's zero that out here and see how that looks. No, you know what? Let's zero it out on 38. That way it's its own key and much more easily moved if it's not enough here, but it looks pretty enough-ish. Yeah, let's just... And this is another case where just opening the mouth a tiny, tiny smidge really helps sell the realism, so... Right. Alright, what do we have so far?
Okay, but why, though?
Okay. So there's another ah sound in there. I want to bring this down, probably not all the way to 0. Okay, so there's clearly an N in there because the word is and. So we'll zero that out, put the LDDTN up there. Because, L, D, T, and N, they're all basically the same mouth shape, the same tongue placement, everything. It's really easy to cheat. So let's see, where is a good place to start this, to zero it out? Okay, so N actually hits it. Let's try zeroing it out right here at 58 and see what happens. That is one thing about animation. Sometimes it's just a matter of coaxing the right answer out of what you got rather than just knowing deliberately right away what you're going to do with it. I don't think the tongue is up enough there, which is not something I normally say. Let's see, I don't want it all the way at 100, but 50 is clearly not enough. What happens if I also drop the a bit? And see how that looks. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, after a while, this sort of thing starts to get a little on the intuitive side, actually. I hate to use the expression it's more art than science, because there's a double-wide buttload of science in this, but it's still, I mean, there is some art to it. You do need some talent. It's not all skill. Okay, how does nobody know about this place? Okay, so we're going to start with an ah that eventually becomes more of an O and then an ooh, I guess. Yeah, because that's more of an ooh right there. So go down to ooh, and let's just zero it out at the same place as the ah, and see how that looks. Yeah, we're going to need to zero that out later. Let's do it here. It's more easily moved if it's not on top of the key. Oh yeah, there we go. Now, there is sort of like an LDD or LDTN in there, a sound, but because her mouth is mostly closed, including the teeth, you'll never see it, so I'm not animating it. I suppose I could, and it might work out. Like, someday I should make it so that the LDTN only controls the tongue and doesn't open the mouth. You see, wow, this is sounding so X-rated. Either that or I'm a complete child. But either way, basically what happens is because the mouth opens with the tongue. If I were to do the LDDTN right now, I don't know, it's a little iffy. I'll just not bother. No one will see it. Again, 30 frames a second. This is like, what, a couple of frames going by? You'll never notice. So, let's see. And there's going to be an S sound in there. This is another case where I should start it even before the sound is coming close to being said. That is about the loudest the S ever gets, it seems like. It is another thing, is like, depending on how loud certain sounds are, determine whether they should be, like the morph target itself should be at 100% in the middle or at the end of the sound. And in this case, the S seems to trail off a bit, so... Okay, so there's an N in there. LDDTN, or do I say that? LDTN, yes. That always ends at the end of a sound like that. If it's like a T or a D, you know, how does nobody... I don't... Sorry, this is the kind of thing where I've been doing it for so long, it's hard to put it into words anymore. I've internalized so much of it. Something doesn't seem right. Oh, it's fine. But one thing that is missing, I need to get rid of the S. Oh, it's auto-saving. That's why that didn't take. Come on. It's a very big scene. It takes forever to save it. I really should be like deleting characters out of all of the 3ds Max files and only reloading them when I need them for a shot. Then again, I did buy like a 2 terabyte hard drive to store all of this crapola, so, you know, might be fine. Ooh, this is going to be a toughie. Nobody actually has like an A and an O in it at the same time. Okay, so there definitely needs to be a bit more of an ooh shape in there. Let's take that down a bit, bring that up a bit. Oh, wait. And I forgot to zero out the ooh. Oh, this one's tough. See, when you don't have enough keyframes to do everything, which I don't right now because I need a BMP in here and I don't have it. I don't have the room for it. You have to start doing a little bit of triage. In fact, I think I can wipe this out entirely and just put in the BMP. And let's see. Oh, and I have to get rid of the BMP now too. There. Okay, this might work. It needs more of that ooh in there. Without the ooh, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't read right. Oh, let's see how that went. That's better. Although there might be too much ooh in there. How much should I put in? Alright, let's give it about 17 then and see how that goes. Nah, it doesn't look right. Well, wait. Let me try it first. Yeah, it's not enough. So I know that a hard limit is in the 30s. Let's try 24 and see how that goes. Alright. Now, I haven't actually really done a good LDTN yet, so this is a good opportunity. I'm going to zero out that channel right here, that morph target. Also zero out the ooh, I don't know why that was still going. Okay, now I also need to zero out the Hell, I could zero out everything except BMP at this point, but I shouldn't. Alright, so no more BMP. I don't know if is right for this one. Let's try it with O and see how it goes. Nope. Okay, so the LDTN seems to break at 90. So we'll do that. Okay, and we're going to need an E in here as well. Yeah, right now this is just a giant mess. I need to get somewhere that makes this, like, to a place that makes it so much easier where it's a keyframe every other frame like it was. It's a little messy, but there's not a lot I can do with only this many keyframes. Alright, so now we need to put that E in there. Alright.
Know about nobody.
Okay, so we've got ourselves another LDTN. Alright. I'm actually a little bit experimenting right now. But like I said, sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to coax the right answer out of what's there. Alright. Let's see what happens if I add that ooh in there. So that halfway through, where the is, you can see the ooh. By the way, I suppose I should mention that I also have a turbo smooth on this character, so she won't look quite so blocky when she's finally rendered. She'll look more like that, which I shouldn't have done because I still have auto key on. Just in case anyone was curious, like, wow, Kate, how'd you get such a good-looking character out of such ugly blocks? That's how. It's, yeah. Okay.
How does nobody
Alright. And rather than start the right on top of the ooh, I'll start it one frame after, again for that more natural flow. Oh, crap storm. There's a BMP in there. And it breaks right there. Oh, I'm gonna have to cheat. I hate doing it. I have to cheat. There. Happy now, you stupid animation? Alright, let's see. Alright. Now I need to have a TH in there. Right there. Okay. And this is another one of those cases where starting it early isn't a bad thing. Although that's not great. Let's see how this goes when I actually... Oh wait, I should be zeroing that out. Oh, this is a big ol' mess. Alright, maybe starting early is a bad thing. In this particular case. There. Something's not right. That's why the, I never zeroed out the ooh. There. Let's see how that goes. Alright. There. Getting that going, and one more back just in case. Let's see. So obviously I have an S coming in. Alright, so we'll start the zeroing of the S there. Alright, and then take that down, bring that up. It's awfully abrupt. Let's move that one key forward and see how that goes. Alright, so we have the P sound for place right there. Alright, and there's also an L coming up. Oh, it's right there. Okay, hold on. And then I guess we'll need an ooh in there a little bit. Because place, you see. Alright. I definitely should have put this here. Alright. And there's clearly a bit of an E sound going on in here. And there's going to be an S coming up, so I'll just zero that out now. Alright. Oh gosh, that O is still a little bit open. Oops. Alright. There. So take that all the way down and throw in a little bit of open mouth because, you know, terminal word in a sentence. Let's see.
But why though?
Alright, I'm going to have to make a preview out of this because just scrubbing along the timeline isn't good. Yep. I have a feeling some parts of this are a little rough. There's parts where her opening her mouth a little too wide, like near the beginning. I think there's an S and an E that are really close, and you wouldn't believe just the eldritch horror you can come up with if you take every morph target on a character and crank it all the way up to 100 at once. You get these horrific, just terrifying looking monstrosities. I'll have to show you.
Okay, but why though? And how does nobody know about this place?
Alright.
Okay, but why though? And how does nobody know about this place? Okay, but why though? And how does nobody know about this place?
Oh, looks fine to me, actually. I think I'm gonna stick with that. It's a much shorter video than last time. Yeah, this is all it takes to animate lip sync. Although you'll notice this is what, 4 seconds? A little bit more, actually. And, I mean, this thing is already 13 minutes long. Imagine how much of this I've had to do over and over and over. I wish I had a plug-in, but I don't. Anyway, I was gonna, let's see, let me make sure that O is at 21. That's where everything starts. Just so I know for later, because I'm going to show you what it looks like when every morph target is set to 100. So, It looks like something out of Hellraiser, doesn't it? Okay, now let's keep going, because there's more. Alright. Yeah. That is terrifying, is it not? So, I wonder what that looks like if we render it. Come on, 3D Studio Max. You can do it. You know you want to. All the other 3D programs are doing it. That'll haunt your dreams. So, like I say, if I have an E and an S, both of which stretch out the corners of the mouth quite a bit, at the same time, you're going to end up with something crazy like this. So, I mean, yeah. What did I have this at? 21, was it? Something like that. Let's just make sure. Yeah, alright. So that is what it takes to animate some lip sync. And now you know.